and spins as local youngsters hit the ice to learn a new way of mixing fun and fitness. Don't go away, Washington Full Circle. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Washington Full Circle. Facing the big chill is a good thing for some DC youth as they learn to master one of the coolest sports.
A district program called Kids on Ice is introducing urban kids to a new way of exercising while also shattering some athletic stereotypes. Joining us is Ty Newberry, Executive Director of the Fort Dupont Ice Arena, and Brittany Greene, an alumnus of the Kids on Ice program. Thanks to you both for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us out.
Now, for the folks that haven't been to Fort Dupont, is it a regulation-size ice rink? How does it compare?
We are the only full-size indoor ice rink in Washington, D.C. that's open to the public. So we are tucked in Ward 7, just off of Eli Place and Minnesota Avenue. And if you want to play hockey or speed skate or figure skate, we're really the only venue that can hold that to the public.
Now, Kids on Ice is one of your programs, one of many programs there, and Ms. Greene was part of that. Tell us what Kids on Ice is all about.
So Kids on Ice is all about getting kids exposure to programs, and while doing that, the services are free. So the students come and they have lessons and they're taught how to skate while also providing materials. So the students get skates, they get dresses, they get hockey equipment, and all of that is done with coaches and volunteers that come to help the children skate.
And the coaches and volunteers, they're usually alumnus of different programs that you've had there, you said?
For the most part, you'll have students that have gone through the program like myself. You'll also have adults that just love to skate or that have skated in their past. So it's kind of a combination of the two, but for the most part, I would say definitely alumni of the program who just want to give back.
Oh, great, yeah.
Now, you've been in the news lately, Fort Dupont, in the media. I believe it's Fox and some others. What was that all about?
Well, we have a lot going on right now. Very recently received a grant through U.S. Figure Skating. In addition with Prudential, they partnered up and we were awarded a big check at the National Figure Skating Competition, which was a lot of fun. And one of the things that the checks allowed us to do is take a couple of our synchronized skating teams out of the area this weekend. We'll be going up to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and competing in our first competition away from the rink.
Excellent.
So it's very exciting. In addition, we're also working with the city and DPR and DGS. We are going to be expanding our rink and adding, taking it from a one-sheet facility to a two-sheet facility in the next couple of years, which will allow us to increase our programming and make a deeper impact on our kids.
Now, other than training, learning how to ice skate, learning how to play ice hockey and things like that, for folks that just want to come and use the skating rink to skate, what are the prices generally for rental? Do you offer rental there?
We offer rental skates and admission, and usually for adults it's about $8 if you need skates and to pay admission, and a little cheaper for kids and seniors. We do have some public skate times. They do vary. One of the things that the nonprofit who runs the rink is our goal is to get kids into our programs. So we focus more on programming for people to come participate in our program. We do offer some general public skates during the week where you can just come and participate, but our focus and our goal is to get kids in the program, get them into USA Hockey, US Speed Skating, US Figure Skating, and start hitting some benchmarks and make it more of a program than just a visit.
Tell us about what, what's one of the most popular programs, most well-attended programs that you offer there? And something maybe new that you're working on or something you'd like to tell us about?
Actually, all our programs right now are pretty much at capacity.
Really?
Our Learn to Skate is at capacity. We have a waiting list for that right now. Our synchronized skating and our figure skating teams and numbers are all doing really, really well. Our hockey is at capacity, and our speed skating is at capacity. One thing we also provide is a school skate for fitness program, where we work with local schools, public schools and public charter schools, and they're allowed to bring their students down, and we fulfill a phys ed requirement for them.
Oh, wow.
So that's the area right now where we're getting a lot of traction also and trying to continue to build that program out.
Now, the thing is, why is there so much interest in skating? filled to capacity. That seems unusual.
Yes, it's a really kind of a unique thing, especially in the DC area. And especially with our programs, we try to focus hard on Ward 7 and Ward 8. And we're in Ward 7, and we don't discriminate against anybody in the city, but that's where our focus is. And we're one of the few areas where we actually have 60% of our participants are female. So young ladies and young girls in the Ward 7, Ward 8 area, it's cool to hang out on the basketball courts until you're about 8 or 9 years old. And then when you come to the ice rink for girls, we provide a little of everything. If you want to go fast, if you like track, and you want to be on the edge, we have speed skating for you. If you want to put on a pretty dress and skate to beautiful music and be a soloist and have the camera be on you, you have the opportunity to do that. And if you want to be kind of anonymous and go out there and be a little aggressive and be part of a team, you can play hockey. So we really kind of fit a lot of different personalities for kids out there.
Wow, that's great. And if you just stick with us right here, don't go away. We'll be right back with more Washington Full Circle right after this.
Welcome back. We're talking about kids on ice and the Fort Dupont Ice Arena. Now, Brittany, I want to ask you, what drove you to dip your toe in the ice the very first time?
Well, my parents really stressed the importance of trying things that you've never done before. So my parents really wanted me to get into ice skating. And when I came to Fort Dupont, I initially started off as a volunteer. And I was just helping out with school groups that came and teaching them how to skate. And eventually I went through the program and I did the different lessons, and then from there I became an instructor to give back and help these people go through the program. So
now what does the Fort Dupont provide to young girls that want to come and learn? Walk us through it.
So Fort Dupont has a lot of options. You can do the synchronized skating team, which is skating with a bunch of girls. They also have figure skating. So that is individual. That's more so focused on you. And there are a lot of girls that also do the hockey team. So there's a wide variety as well as speed skating. So we definitely have a nice variety of different winter sports that you can do at Fort Dupont.
Wow. And you said you started when you first went to Fort Dupont volunteering. So had you been ice skating in your life prior to that? Did you know how to ice skate? Had you had any experience doing it? Or was that sort of your first experience even ice skating?
I had an experience ice skating before at a different ice rink, and then I also, while I was volunteering, I was going through the program. So I did the Kids on Ice program with them, and that's how I guess got more skills skating. And then the first friends that I made in college actually were on the ice skating team. So I've done ice skating my whole life.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so if young girls come to Fort Dupont or young men, what do they have to bring in, and what's provided there that they can get?
Well, first thing they need to do is register. We get our registrations. We're starting our summer camp registration programs now, and then we'll start with our fall programming. Once they get in the course, pretty much everything is covered for them and subsidized for them one way or the other. We're a nonprofit, so we rely on a lot of donations and grants and things like that. But we will provide rental skates, and then once they get in well enough skating and comfortable skating, and want to go into one of our Kids on Ice Plus programs that we call Positive Living Using Skating, which is the hockey speed skating and figure skating, then we will provide them equipment that is their own, that they can keep. We work with local clubs to donate
Equipment
things.
like what?
If you're figure skating, dresses, tights, and skates. If you're playing hockey, all the equipment from head to toe, including stick. And in speed skating, once you get to a certain level, we'll provide you with the speed skates and the helmet and things that are necessary to compete. So there is no cost barrier to participate in sports that in other rinks are rather expensive. We're kind of a novelty in the industry that we provide this for free.
When you were talking about hockey and learning the skills as one of the programs, is it just building the skills and learning the fundamentals, or do you ever get the chance to have scrimmages, maybe competitive opportunities for games, things like this, or is it just building fundamentals at the starting point?
Recently, it's been building fundamentals, but our programs are growing up, so to speak, and we're trying to get ready for the expansion of a second sheet of ice here. So, as I mentioned earlier, we're taking our synchronized skating teams for the first time outside the area. We're going to Hershey for a competition this weekend. There's some smaller competitions for the basic skills kids to be able to compete. The hockey partners up with Hockey in Harlem, and every other year we do a little bit of a friendly exhibition with them. And then our speed skating, we've had some kids compete in competitions in Cleveland and Massachusetts, some at the national level. And we've had one individual, O'Connor Anderson, who's a local DC kid here, who competed at the World Special Olympic Games. So we've done a lot and been able, and then in addition, this past summer we took a few of our kids from the DC area on exchange to Israel with their hockey program.
Wow.
So we're getting kids out of the Ward 7, Ward 8 in Washington, DC area and trying to get them as much exposure to other areas and programs as we can.
For these kids in Ward 7 and 8, you get to see them progress. How long does it generally take to go from wobbly knees and ankles to being able to glide on the ice?
Usually within first couple lessons.
Really?
Yes. The fun part is, I won't lie, being kids, there's nothing better than sliding on the ice and seeing as far as you can, how far you can go. But
you mean sliding upright or sliding on your seat?
Sliding on your seat, almost like sledding across the ice. You know, that's what kids like to do. So, but usually within the first couple of lessons, they're good. They're able to stand, march in place, and dip. And we follow the U.S. figure skating curriculum on that sort of progression stages.
Wow. Now, is there music during the skating, the general skating, or during the lessons, or is it?
During public skating, we do have music. And then during our figure skating and our synchronized skating, we do use some music for that also.
Wow. Now, you also have partners in the city. Lots of people seem to be interested, from the Washington Capitals to partners in business.
Yes, we're very blessed being a nonprofit. The Washington Capitals have been a great partner, as has the NHL. Just on Monday, we had Joel Ward and Brooks Orpik and Matt Latta came out and skated with our kids. So it was a great opportunity for them to be able to have some exposure and contact to some NHL players too.
Terrific. I'll have to come over. Thank you both for stopping by. We appreciate it.
We have skates your size.
Excellent. That's it for today. Thanks to our guests for joining us, and thanks to you at home for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.